let's say, after we had already completed considering whether we would like to do a tour, but still as we were in the process of choosing among the many, just really incredibly many number of cities and towns contained in the country which we had already decided that we would be touring. And given the fact that the four of us have only a limited number of days during which we can stand each other in the car, we had to narrow it way down. And when we said to ourselves, what about Cleveland? The following thoughts became known to the band's liaison to our booking agent, the band liaison being me. First of all, Satomi, no response. John, I don't remember Beachland Ballroom. Ed, no response. And me, the kind of nightmarish vision that can keep a struggling rock and roll band in total terror during the planning stages of important tours. The nightmare looked incredibly like this room, but enlarged, because we had played the Grog Shop the previous time. And it's been years since we played Beachland, and in my mind it had become, you know, just a Bruins stadium or something. You know, it was like so large that I was saying to Eric, our booking agent, there's no way anybody is going to show up to this thing. Then, to bring us up to date, we're driving today from Oberlin. Clearly these two drove from even further, just arriving now. All along the drive, we're saying to John, it's the one where we played with Experimental Dental School, it's the one that's got really big and square. And then, of course, I hadn't seen it yet, so I was like, it's that unbelievably, you know, huge... I don't remember, he says. And we walk in, we begin loading in our gear through, I of course remember it vividly, and we're pulling up and like, oh, just around the corner we loaded in the back, you know, from like however many years before. It was still very fresh in my mind, the horror. And even when we were done with sound check, John was like, it's not ringing any bells. Then we went to set up the merch table out there in the hall, and suddenly John was like, just in sheer joy. It all came back to him. He remembers that hallway. He just doesn't know or the city or the audience, but so we would like to thank all of you for promising to come and making it possible for us to have this incredibly, really just a wonderful experience, really that we've already had and completed, but it was a really nice time in the hallway earlier.